Welcome back to the class, guys. So in this class you are going to learn about VPN, how to set up VPN on Windows 10 machine and how to set up VPN on Kali Linux machine so that your system can be secured, your privacy is ensured and enhanced, and you can stay anonymous while surfing on internet, doing some activity on internet. Activity need not be illegal activity, and I'm not encouraging this video to learn to stay anonymous to do illegal activity. I'm teaching you this for you to stay anonymous on website, to protect your content, to protect your personal information, so that marketing companies do not need to invade you by placing cookies on your system. And even if you're doing penetration testing, sometimes your client wants you to do black hat penetration testing, and in that case you have to use VPN in order to get access to your client's server or computer systems or network on which you have to do penetration testing. So let us start learning what is VPN. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. VPN is a service. It is a client server model that helps you to stay anonymous, ensures privacy and secrecy. But Mr. Kiran, you have already told about proxy servers that helps to stay anonymous, right? Yes, my friends, I told that proxy servers helps you to keep anonymous, but using VPNs is much more reliable when compared to a proxy servers. That's what the difference between a proxy server and a VPN makes. So what is the difference? As you can see in the image, if you want to get any service from internet, or for example you are opening a website facebook.com, you say that my traffic is encrypted, right? You have HTTPS, right? No problem. But facebook.com or any other companies or any other websites will place cookies on your computer, okay? They grab your personal information, what your activity is, on the name of better service and better experience. So now you say that you will use a proxy server as in the below image. So you will use a proxy server and your request will be asked by the proxy server on behalf of you. So when you send the request to a proxy server will send request to the web server, and web server will reply thinking that you are Mr. Proxy server, okay, and proxy will deliver the content to you back. Proxy server basically caches the pages, okay, and then it delivers to you. So when next time when you want to get the same service or any other service, a cached content from the proxy is delivered to you. That saves the bandwidth and increases the speed. Okay, that is the functionality of the proxy server. But do you know proxy servers do not encrypt the data that transmits from your system to a web server through it. And also proxy servers keeps log of your activity. Yes, my friends, proxy servers keeps log of your activity. So when you commit some crime, or you do some illegal activity, or you snoop someone, or you harass some person, a girl on internet or a Facebook, and if law enforcement finds the address of proxy server, IP of proxy server, then they will reach the proxy server company and ask about your details, and they will reveal the details, my friends. And as said, data is not encrypted during the transit, so that brings a VPN into the place of proxy servers. Okay, so VPN enhances your privacy, your security, and also it encrypts the data. Moreover, some companies that provide VPN services maintain no log policy, which is very much important. So don't trust each and every VPN service. Only trust those companies which provide VPN service with no log policy, and your activity is not saved on this VPN server. So that is the difference between a proxy server and a VPN, and you understand what VPN can provide you as a service. And also I am sure that most of you, or else some of you, must have already used VPN. As you know, you can see on the screen, this is a Netflix, and if you want to see an Armageddon movie, you might have blocked because you are from some country which is geographically blocked. Say for example you are from a torrid country, okay, and you want to watch this movie Armageddon, and Netflix does not deliver content to you or people in your country, so you are geographically blocked. Then what will you do? You will find a VPN service, register on it, and you will access the Netflix content through the VPN server. So when you send a request, VPN server will in turn send the request to Netflix, and Netflix checks the source IP address, and since the IP address is from a VPN, which is from United States, for example, in this case, and delivers content to VPN, and VPN in turn delivers that content to you. And this is how it goes on. For you guys, it is very simple because you just log in with your credentials and access the content on internet. But this is not simple as it looks. VPN is some complicated technology. So what that technology is? As said, VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. It is a technology that creates encrypted tunneled connection between two networks or between end user and a service on the less secured networks like your internet. So the data transmission goes through a less secured networks like internet, and still you can maintain privacy, security and anonymity. But by the way, what is encrypted tunneled connection? Basically, when you send data, you can actually encrypt your data with encryption protocols, but moreover a tunnel is created using tunneling protocols by adding extra headers and tails to the IP packets that originates from your system, making it very hard for attackers, cyber criminals to access your data or snoop into your data, because tunneling protocols are very strong protocols. They are literally impossible to penetrate. Even if some hacker, some high skilled profiled hacker manages to break into the tunneling protocol or tunnel, still that criminal or hacker cannot actually grab the data because all the data is in the encrypted form. So it is a garbage for him. So definitely it's of no use unless he find a key to decrypt the data. And even the key exchange on VPNs are very hard to achieve. Okay, so thus making VPNs very strong for privacy, security and anonymity. In the business world or corporate world, most of the companies uses VPN services so that their employees can access or communicate with each other, access shared resources on different branches. Say for example, you are from United States, you are in Washington and you want to access some content that is there on the network in a different branch office, say for example in New Delhi, India, and still you can access that shared resources, or you can send a print command to the network printer that is there on the New Delhi network office, and your data transmission between both the offices is secured, encrypted and tunneled, and it cannot be easily hacked. In simple way, VPN is a facility or way or method to extend the capabilities of private networking. That is, two private networks like Washington and India can communicate with each other as a private networks, as a connected private network. If two branch offices are separated by 10 kilometers or 20 kilometers or 30 kilometers, you can lay a leased line. You can afford to, or your company can afford to lay a leased line so that you can have a private networking between both the offices. But if the same branch offices are separated by thousands of kilometers, thousands of miles, then the VPNs are the solutions, because laying leased lines involves a lot of money and infrastructure. And this type of networking by using VPN is called a site-to-site VPN. The earlier example, the Netflix example, in which you have access to Netflix from torrent country, is an example of remote access VPN. So there are two types of VPNs, that is remote access VPN and site-to-site VPN. In a remote access type of VPN, an individual or a person like you and me can access a private network like your office network using a client software, VPN client software, and that connects to the VPN server. Thereby you can connect to the office network, or you can access internet securely and privately. So just a small revision again. What is a VPN tunnel? VPN tunnel is encrypted tunnel link between your device and internet, or else it can be between two private networks. And VPN tunnels are created using tunneling protocols like PPTP, that is point to point tunneling protocol, L2TP, layer 2 tunneling protocol, SSL, secure socket layer, and IPsec, internet protocol security, TLS, transport layer security, and OpenVPN. So what are the benefits of using VPN? As said, VPN protects your data by encrypting the data during the transmission. VPN also makes your IP address anonymous, because when you actually connect to your VPN, your public IP address is the IP address of the VPN but not yours. So you stay anonymous. Your IP is not logged anywhere on the internet, not even by your ISPs, because you are actually directly connecting via your client, VPN client software, to the server first. Okay, so the public IP address is IP address of the VPN, and moreover, since VPNs does not keep logs, you will be anonymous forever. VPNs protect your identity from being theft by the hackers or snoopers that we have already discussed earlier in this class. VPNs provide access to geographically blocked websites. Example is Netflix that we have seen earlier. And finally, VPN prevents your ISP monitoring your activity, that is monitoring and collecting your private data or personal data. So these are the benefits of VPN. Now, elements of VPN. How does or what does VPN make so stronger? There are 4 elements of VPN, that is tunneling, encryption, key exchange and kill switch. We have already seen the tunneling protocols that makes the tunnel. However, let me repeat again, entire traffic is securely routed through tunnel between VPN client and server. Extra headers, a VPN header and details are added to original IP packets which are actually encrypted. And as you have seen, security protocols like OpenVPN, IKE, IPsec determines how the tunnel is formed. So this is the original encrypted packet which has VPN header and a VPN trailer, and IP header is added. So that makes the tunnel. It means that encrypted data is inside the VPN tunnel. So what is encryption? Encryption is a process of encoding the data so that only the authorized party or authorized person can decode the encoded, that is encrypted data, to the original data. As you can see here, I am sending my Visa card details to my friend. I am also sending the CVV number. If the data is not encrypted, and if some hacker who can manage to sniff my network data, he can get all the details of my bank account or the Visa card details that I am sending, and it imposes a very big threat to me, right? So data encryption is very much important when you are doing sensitive transactions on internet. And this encoding is based on certain rules, and these rules are called as algorithms. Okay, there are a wide variety of algorithms to encrypt the data, and we are going to read or learn about encryption and decryption in depth in the later module of this course, that is in the cryptography module. And the process of decoding this encrypted data is called as decryption, so that the end party or receiver party can decrypt and read the original data. And my friends, in most of the cases or most VPN services uses same protocols or common protocols both for tunneling and encryption. And the next element of VPN is key exchange. So what is a key exchange? How good might be your data encryption is? If some hacker manages to grab the keys, encryption decryption keys, that is public key and a private key. Basically, recipient's public key is used to encrypt the data, and then the recipient uses his private key in order to decrypt the data. So if hacker manages to get the keys, he can decrypt the data. So key exchange is very much important, and VPN uses public key encryption in order to protect the transfer of these AES keys. So most VPNs protects the exchange of keys as well. And finally, we have a kill switch. So what is the kill switch? Assume 2 scenarios. In scenario 1, a hacker is trying to penetrate into the tunnel, or he is trying to hack into your encrypted tunnel or to grab the data. In that case, data packet loss may occur. In the scenario 2, your device has a capability of sending and receiving 100 megabits or 1000 megabits per second, but the end device, for example your corporate company, has a dial-up modem which has only 756 kbps of uploading speed, that is sending data to you. In that case also, data loss may occur. So in both of the scenarios, data loss is happening, and VPN thinks that there is some malfunction and will actually terminate the session in order to prevent accidental leak of the data and accidental leak of your IP address. And this is a feature that is done automatically, terminating your tunnel or your encrypted session until the new session is restored or new tunnel is created. So VPN kill switch basically is a feature that automatically disconnects your computer or a phone or a tablet or whatever device you are using to connect to VPN if your VPN connection drops out for any reason. So that is what a VPN is. And in the next class, we will learn how to set up a VPN in Windows machines, as this class is lengthy enough already. So that's it in the class, guys. Have a great day. Meet you in the next class. Signing off. Thank you for watching the video and do subscribe to the YouTube channel INSECTECHS.